As you know, today is the day that Mr. Brewster is going to appoint a student to act as principal for a week. Now, whoever is selected will sit in on the faculty meetings and will be put in charge of some of the classes. This way, he or she will get a practical working knowledge of the job.
I bet I could tell him a few things about how to run this school. Right into the ground.
Patty, make a great principal.
Yeah. Wouldn't Callie be surprised if they picked me instead of her?
Patty, would you stand up, please? I'm sure the whole class would be interested in what you were discussing.
I was just saying that I thought I'd make a good principal.
All right, that will do. I'm not sure Brooklyn Heights High is ready for you, Patty. Richard? Richard?
Yes, Mrs. Lissett?
What are you reading?
It's a magic book.
If you'd like to try some real magic, let's see you get a passing mark in this course.
Mrs. Lessing?
Yes, Maggie.
Mr. Brewster would like to see Patty Lane.
Pick me!
Patty, you may go to Mr. Brewster's office.
Congratulations!
Wait till Callie hears they picked me instead of her. The first thing I'm going to do is shorten the hours. Quiet!
Hi, Holmes. Mr. Brewster wanted to see me.
Yes, he's expecting you, Patty.
Go right in. Thank you. Hello, Mr. Brewster.
Hello, Patty. I suppose you know why I've sent for you.
I have an idea. As a matter of fact, I've kind of been expecting it.
I might as well tell you the name of our student principal for the week.
Yes?
Your cousin Kathy.
Here's Kathy, who's lived most everywhere, from Zanzibar to Berkeley Square. But Patty's only seen the sights a girl can see from Brooklyn Heights. What a crazy pair! But they're cousins, identical cousins all the way. One pair of matching bookends, different as night and day. Where Kathy adores a minuet, the ballet russe, and crepe Suzette. Our Patty loves her rock and roll, a hot dog makes her lose control. What a wild duet, still they're cousins, identical cousins, and you'll find they laugh alike, they walk alike, at times they even talk alike. You can lose your mind when cousins are two of a kind.
Coming to the basketball game this afternoon, Patty?
I wouldn't miss it for anything in the world.
What time do you want to meet tonight?
Let's make it about 7:35. That'll give me a half hour for dinner and 5 minutes to do my homework.
Let's see a movie.
All right. What's playing at the Rialto?
I don't know.
Mr. Brewster's asked me to take over this class for Miss Riley today. Would you please open your books to page 130? Can I ask a question? Certainly, Patty. What's playing at the Rialto?
I don't know.
Would you open your book, please? Our homework for last night was on the purification of water. Water that is fit to drink is called what? Lemonade. Sue Ellen?
It's called potable.
That's right. Patty, what happens if you drink melted snow?
You get cold tonsils.
Maggie?
Pure snow has no iodides. You'd get a goiter.
Hey, then you can hold up your stocking. Patty, may we go on with the lesson?
Sure.
Teacher. Thank you. What happens if you put charcoal in water?
You get wet charcoal.
Patty,
Dirty water? All right. If I hear one more word out of you, Patty, I'm afraid I'll have to give you a demerit.
Oh, please don't do that, teacher. Think of my family. This could leave a scar that could blight my whole life.
Consider yourself blighted. Patty Lane. 1 demerit. See that? My own cousin stabbed me in the back. We'll make that another demerit.
Don't lose your head, Patty. She's serious.
Richard? Oh, don't give him a demerit. Just put it on my check. I'll do that. Be my guest. Now, may we go on with the lesson? The lesson is never trust a relative. You all realize that we're having a chemistry test tomorrow.
Gee willikers, I broke my test tube.
All right. Let's hold it down. Kathy's just trying to do her job. Let's try and help. Thank you, Patty. As for the demerits,
Kathy, how is your class getting along?
just fine, Mr. Brewster.
Is that a demerit list?
No, not really.
Patty Lane, 1 demerit. 1 demerit. 1 demerit.
Mr. Brewster, Patty didn't really do anything. You see,
I do see. I realize this wasn't easy for you, Kathy. I respect you for it. Patty? I want to see you in my office after school. You can plan on spending the rest of the afternoon there.
oh, but there's a big basketball game this afternoon.
You can read about it in the Bugle. Keep up the good work, Kathy.
How many T's in traitor? Please, Mr. Brewster, you've got to let me go. I'm the team's mascot.
No.
I'm in charge of refreshments.
No.
I'm responsible for the tickets?
No.
Mr. Brewster, this is the big game of the year. The team can't win without me there.
You're going to have to try.
Just because my former cousin Kathy came up here and said a lot of terrible things.
Patty, were you talking in class?
Yes, Mr. Brewster.
Repeatedly after you had been warned?
Yes, Mr. Brewster.
Would you have carried on like that if Mrs. Riley was in charge of the class?
No, Mr. Brewster. But Kathy's just my...
Kathy was put in charge by me. There were 2 reasons for that, Patty. First, because it was an honor that she merited. Second, because it was an opportunity to test the class in self-discipline. When I want fun and games in this school, I'll schedule them myself. You stay in the outer office and do your homework.
When can I leave?
When the basketball game is over.
Hello, hello, hello.
Hello, darling.
Gee, I'm sorry I couldn't get home for dinner. That editorial meeting went on longer than I expected.
Interesting?
Dull.
Things have not been dull around here.
Oh? Where are the kids?
In the dining room.
Oh, I think I'll pop in and say hello.
I'd suggest that you go by dog sled.
Dogs?
I wouldn't be surprised if it started to snow.
You don't mean Patty and Kathy are still feuding?
They make the Hatfields and the McCoys look like Damon and Pythias.
Would you like some milk? No, thank you, Ross. How about you, Patty? No. How about some cake, Kathy? Yes, I think I will, Ross. Patty? No.
Well, good evening, children. How's everything tonight?
I'm all right, Dad. That's about it.
Ross, dear, if you're finished, why don't you run along?
I think it's going to get interesting.
Girls, now you have a problem. I think maybe I can help you settle it. I've sat on a few arbitration boards, you know. The most important thing is to sit down face to face and discuss your problem.
You're absolutely right, Papa. And I think that makes great sense. And I'm willing to do it any time. As long as she is not in the room. She's really mad. She didn't even eat her dessert.
I'm going to have a little talk with her.
Please don't, Uncle Martin. Patty's right. She's being blamed for something that I did.
Kathy, you're not being very logical. Patty's being punished for what she did.
I was going to throw that demerit list away when Mr. Brewster walked in. You're all hard.
Ross.
Please don't ask me to stay. I've got homework to do.
Kath, what kind of a world do you think this would be without discipline? I mean, if everybody could do exactly as he pleased.
Chaotic, I suppose.
You bet it would. Now, Patty is a natural-born leader. But her problem is that she's been leading for so long that she's just never gotten a taste of what it feels like to be led. So she really needs to learn discipline.
I think you're right about sitting down face to face. And I'm sure I can explain that to her. If she'll let me in.
She'll let you in.
Oh, of course she'll let you in.
Have you seen our room? It looks like no man's land.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Good luck to all of us.
Expecting World War III? It's already started. You stick to your side of the room, and I'll stick to mine. That's going to be difficult. Yeah? Why is that? Because I'm on your side. Ha! Patty, I'm sorry about what happened. But it wasn't all my fault. Oh, listen, why don't you put it in writing and slip it under the door? Oh, boy. Where are you going to set up the machine guns? What do you want? Richard's downstairs. Shall I send him up? Tell him I'll be right down. I'll give him the word, General. Patty, let's have a truce. If that's what you want. It's what we both want. Good. I couldn't stay mad at you anyway. Friends. Friend. Come on to the movies with us. I was going to stay in it. As soon as I get dressed, I'll meet you downstairs. Checkity check. I'm glad we made up. I feel a lot better. So do I. Hi, Kathy will be down in a minute.
You mean you and Kathy are talking again?
Sure. Who can stay mad at Kathy?
I thought it was the end of a beautiful friendship.
Never. I really love that kid.
Well, I'm glad to see the Cold War's over.
Hey, Maggie, that's a cute sweater. Oh, thanks. So's yours. You want to trade? Sure. Okay.
What gets into them?
Don't ask me. I'll never understand women if I live to be 30.
Great basketball game this afternoon. Yeah? Tie score right down to the last quarter. Yeah?
You should have seen old Butterfingers dribbling the ball down for the winning basket and he fell flat on his face.
You should have seen him.
Oh, what happened then?
Oh, didn't Kathy tell you?
Kathy? How would Kathy know?
Well, she went to the game.
Kathy went to the game?
Yeah, she kind of went with me.
What do you mean she kind of went with you?
Well, you couldn't go, and Mr. Brewster asked her to be in charge of a refreshment stand, so she...
So while I was up there cracking my head on calcium carbonates, Kathy sneaked onto the basketball game with my boyfriend.
She didn't sneak off, Patty. It was broad daylight.
I'm ready. You Benedict Arnold, don't you come near me! Patty? Are you asleep? I know you're awake. How was the movie?
I checked to see what was playing at the Rialto. It was 7 empty coffins. The same picture you saw last week. Do you know? That makes 14 empty coffins. I called Dr. Fair tonight. I was worried about you. He said that if you didn't use your voice, your mouth could freeze shut. They'd have to feed you through a straw. I told him how you were behaving. He said not to worry about it. He said a lot of 7-year-old children act this way. Patty, it wasn't my idea to go to the game. Mr. Brewster sent me. All right. Don't talk to me. But if you wake up in the morning with very long ears, don't blame me.
You hear that?
It was thunder.
Oh, I thought maybe it was cannon fire from the girls' bedroom. What happened? I thought that they were all made up.
Patty claims that Kathy broke the truce, retroactively.
We may have to refer this to the United Nations.
Mustard on your sandwich?
Yeah, thanks. Oh, we're pretty lucky at that, I guess. I mean, they usually get along very well together. Patty never reacted so strongly before to being disciplined.
I think there's more than that involved.
Oh?
Patty never said so, but I have a feeling she was expecting Mr. Brewster to appoint her.
Oh, now we're beginning to get somewhere. So Patty's ego was injured twice. Once when she lost out to Kathy and once when she was punished. Well, now I know we're going to have to refer this to the UN.
Isn't there something we can do, Martin? It's killing both of them to fight with each other, but Patty's too stubborn to admit it.
She gets that from your side of the family.
She has a lot of pride.
She gets that from my side of the family.
Martin, why is it that everything good Patty does comes from your side of the family and everything bad she does comes from my side? Couldn't you sleep, Kathy?
I'm afraid not. Patty's up there threatening me in her sleep.
I told you it wasn't thunder.
Would you like a sandwich?
No, thank you. Just a glass of milk. I'll get it.
Kath, how long does this appointment of yours last, anyway?
Too long. Until the end of this week. By Friday, I won't have a friend left in the world. I wish he'd never picked me.
Yeah, if he just picked Patty. Kath, do you have the right to appoint anybody in the class to help you?
I don't know, Uncle Martin. I suppose I could if I needed help.
Kathy, you need help.
Okay, everybody, hold on to your hats. Guess who's teaching this class? Me!
I guess Kathy bit off a little more than she could chew, so she asked Mr. Brewster if I could help her out. Poor kid.
Well, the old master's here, so everybody, let's get to work. My motto is, everyone gets an A.
I guess this is the hour for history, so let's crack our books at page 273. The war with Spain.
Si, senorita.
Okay. You all be on the Spanish side, and I'll be on the English side. Now, this beef wasn't just with Spain and England. There were a lot of other countries stewing around in it. Portugal and France.
It's kind of a beef stew.
Beef stew. Well, now that we know what's cooking. Who knows why England went to war with Spain?
I know, Teach. The tamales were too hot.
I'll give you a hint. Turkey was involved.
There wasn't enough dressing.
All right, fellas, look, I like a joke as well as the next guy.
But we have 15 pages of history to get through today. Okay. Who was Ferdinand?
He was a bull.
Oh. Okay, if you don't want to do it here, I'll just assign it for homework.
Homework?
That's right. Okay. I want you to identify for me Charles V, Henry IV, Philip...
I know who Philip is.
Who?
He's my cousin. He has a little meat market.
That'll be enough out of you, Alfred.
She thinks she's Mr. Brewster.
All right, Alfred. That's one demerit.
Excuse me. Don't worry about it, folks. I'll take care of it. You've heard of the great Houdini? Well, I'm Horrible Harrison and his magical bag of tricks. A little wave of the handkerchief.
That's it! All right, the show's over. Let's get back to the war with Spain.
Another magical effect with a handkerchief. Anybody want to buy a sock?
Richard, if you do one more trick, I'm going to give you 10 demerits.
She has a great sense of humor. You've heard of a barber pole? Well, I've got one right with me.
All right, Richard. You're out. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Can I have that list, madam?
Richard!
How are you getting along, Patty?
Oh, just fine, Mr. Brewster. We were just discussing the war with Spain.
What's that, a demerit list?
Oh, no, sir. Not exactly. It's more...
Well, looks like you're having your own little war in here.
Not really, Mr. Brewster.
Richard Harrison.
Yes, sir?
I want to see you in my office at the close of school today.
As one of our great presidents once said, if you can't stand the heat, stay out of the kitchen. 10 demerits. And I gave them to him with my own little pencil. Mr. Brewster will give him life. Did his tricks work?
That's beside the point, Ross. He shouldn't have been doing them in the class.
He'll never speak to me again. And I don't blame him.
What would have happened if you hadn't stopped him, Patty?
How do I know? I'm not a philosopher. I'm just a poor, sick kid who's lost her boyfriend. He'll come back, Patty. Yeah? By the time he works off those demerits, he'll be too old for me. Guess who? I'll get it. Go ahead. Hit me.
I didn't come over to hit you. I came over to tell you that I can't take you to a movie tonight.
I don't blame you for being angry with me, Richard. You have every right to be. I tried to get Mr. Brewster to take back the demerits, but...
I'm not mad at you, Patty. As a matter of fact, I'm pretty proud of you.
Proud of me?
You bet. You had a job to do, and you did it.
You see, Patty?
I can't take you to the movies because I've got about 6 hours of homework to do.
Oh, Richard. I'm sorry. I'll tell you what. I'll come and sit with you while you do it. It's the least I can do. Come on. Good night, group. Patty, tomorrow's the last day. Would you like to take over some classes? Certainly. As one of our great presidents once said, if you can't stand the heat, stay out of the kitchen.
Here's Kathy, who's lived most everywhere, from Zanzibar to Berkeley Square. But Patty's only seen the sights a girl can see from Brooklyn Heights. What a crazy pair! But you'll find.
They laugh alike.
They walk alike, at times they even talk alike. You can lose your mind.